Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. And we have some big time news in the New York Knicks world that Jalen Brunson has signed his extension with the New York Knicks. As you guys know, there's a report that came out a month ago by Steve Popper that there's a big time possibility that Jalen Brunson takes a pay cut and he takes $113 million less to bring tons of flexibility to the New York Knicks and show that leadership. And that aged very well, because when I saw that report, I was like, that does seem like something Jalen Brunson would do. But I feel like we hear that all the time, that players going to take less and then they end up taking a massive deal. But Jalen Brunson was just extremely loyal since a month ago when they were discussing that deal. He could have waited one more year because he signed a 4-year, $156 million deal, but he could have waited one more year and signed a 5-year, $269 million contract, which he would have had, like, his contract, he would have been making like $53 million, $55 million. He would have been eligible to make so much freaking money. But Jalen Brunson doesn't just show that he's not afraid of the big moment, that he doesn't just produce out there on the floor. He's not just a leader on the court, but he's a leader off the court, showing that he wants to retain his teammates. You know, he wants to be able to maneuver trades on draft night. He wants to make trades with players. And the New York Knicks take a look at it as, we want to retain our players. You know, we want to trade for players, acquire players that fit our culture, but also we want cohesion. We want chemistry. When adversity hits, there's going to be no pointing of the fingers, and that's what the vibe I get from this New York Knicks team. So this is just massive. He's not even paid as a top 10 player in the NBA, and he's someone that's been stepping up in the playoffs the last couple years. His stats has been unbelievable. He improved from a 24 point per game score to a 28 point per game score. His assist went up. You know, he was starting to take more threes, and he's someone that has just really developed his game when it comes to his leadership standpoint and patience out there on the floor. He's always been a patient player, but as a number one option, it's been unbelievable to watch. And this just shows unbelievable leadership, and it takes the New York Knicks out of that second apron, that we're able to retain players, we're able to have more flexibility within the cap. And maybe the Knicks are thinking of it long term, because unless they believe in Jericho Sims as that backup center, they're like, maybe we want to trade for a center within the season at the deadline or next year as well. I'm not sure if the Knicks are thinking that far ahead, but I wonder if they're thinking of that problem at the backup center position, or a little hesitancy there. And just Jalen Brunson, just overall though, maybe he's not having that mindset, but we hear all the time that a player's going to take a pay cut, but he just really did. This is dirt cheap for a superstar, a number one option, the best player on the team, not even the highest paid player on the team. This is just unbelievable, and just build this guy a statue right now, and he's trying to do his best, whatever it takes. He wants to have no regrets. He doesn't want to look back in his career and be like, oh, I wish I didn't take that amount of money. He's like, nope, I'm not making sure I have any of those regrets. Even if I have injuries down the road, I'm in the moment. This is what I'm thinking right now, and it's still tons of money. It's like he could do endorsements, he can get a shoe deal, and this just speaks of Jalen Brunson's character, how bad he wants to win. He wants his teammates back. He wants to build this team as great as possible, and he's not just all in it for the money and being like, look at me, I'm the number one guy. No, he just wants to win. That's the bottom line, period. So we're out of the second apron. Just, this is dirt cheap for a player of Jalen Brunson. He would have been making, like, if Jalen Brunson waited until 2025, $46 million that first year, $50 million, $53 million, then $57 million and $61 million. Possibly one of them might have been a player option when it came to that last deal. And you take a look at this extension, $34 million the first year, $37 million second year, $40 million, and then it's a player option of $43 million in his last year. But later on, the New York Knicks, I'm sure, are going to take care of them. He's going to be eligible for like a massive deal in 2028 when he is older, but I don't think he's going to regret this, because he's someone that's going to win. If things don't work out, which I hope they do, and we end up being contenders and winning a championship or being in the finals in general, if they ask him 4 years from now, and if it doesn't work out, like, he's still going to be here in 4 years, and they're like, do you regret doing this? He's going to say, no, I don't regret doing it, because he wants to win a championship, and you got to take risks. And he's probably looking up to a Brady, and I'm not saying he's Brady, but Brady took pay cuts for them to retain players. It's about chemistry. It's about just showing leadership of, I don't have to be the highest paid player. And also, you think of it like this: the more years you play, like, for example, there's players that have gotten signed to massive deals and they've only played 5 years in the NBA. But if Brunson continues to play well, take care of his body, like him not getting that massive deal, just years and years, is going to be more than a player got paid playing 5 years in the league and got paid one massive deal, because it's about longevity as well. But credit to Jalen Brunson. I'm excited about this team. Let me know down below your thoughts. Peace out, y'all.